Thanks for joining us. I'm Dale Minyo, and I'm at the Delaware Area Career Center, a part of our continuing series on GrowNextGen, where teachers are doing an exceptional job in the classroom to help carry material to students to help them look at not only careers in agriculture, but in some cases get a hands-on experience of some techniques that may help them decide what they want to do later in life. Joining me is Tom Dyer, and Tom is a bioscience teacher here. He is also a GrowNextGen leader. And first of all, Tom, what was your first experience with GrowNextGen?
Well, my very first experience was my trip to the Commodity Classic. It was a great opportunity to learn a lot about an industry that I knew was there, but obviously not in the detail that I knew was out there. So it was a nice positive experience.
Yeah, for a lot of farmers, they go to check out the big equipment. Maybe they got a specific something. You actually told me when we were visiting with some of the students, you went to check out some of the biological differences that are happening. And what an interesting approach to it. It's all there. Let's see what I can find out that I might be able to take back to the classroom.
Yeah, that's very correct. I mean, I actually did not go to any of the exhibits of any of the big equipment. Every place I went to had to do with all sorts of new technologies and ways that biotechnology is being used to help produce better crops, stronger crops, and higher yielding crops.
Was there a teacher in your past that got you the passion to teach and understand science for young people, or what do you credit giving you the interest in teaching?
I go back to a long time ago, and it wasn't really a teacher. But a long time ago, there was a guy named Carl Sagan who did a series called The Cosmos, and back in the 1970s. And it was a series that basically talked about everything in the universe at large. And I really started to get interested in just science in general from that point on. And it's just amazing for me, like how great PBS is. So.
Well, it's been interesting watching your students work, and when you're not at a table, hearing them talk about, our teacher really knows a lot about this, and you notice how he helps us do things where a lot of our other teachers don't do that. It's like to hear that conversation happening with seniors in high school, they're making some good observations that have a lot to do with life and maybe not a lot to do with what's going on at the table, but they are talking about it, and that's a great step, I think.
Sure. Well, now that you made me blush, I'll have to think about that. But yes, it's great to hear that. I always tell my students, and I've been doing this now for 15 years, but my goal as an educator is to help them become the best version of themselves. And that's what I'm always striving for.
And the challenge that you're placed in is you've got several feeder schools coming in, and in the very beginning, you got to try to understand how much does each group know from where they came, and how do we move forward as a group. And it didn't take them long to everybody play their part at the table, from the timer to I'm working with a pipette to I'm the roller. And what were we making today?
Well, today we were creating biodiesel, and we were using soy oil and corn oil so that the students could start to see that process. And then we're going to continue to go on from there so that we can look at like making as many byproducts, effective products from that after we're done. So.
And ultimately, the biodiesel, sometime in the next few days, you'll get back and they'll actually get to see what biodiesel is used for and power a very, very small engine in this case.
It will, a putt-putt boat, yes. And it'll push those along in the water. We'll have a kiddie pool in here, and we'll maybe have some races and see how everybody does. And they'll also get to see through the processes, like they washed the diesel multiple times. So the teams that did the best job of that are going to see like low burning, or I should say like low emission, when they light theirs to actually run their boat.
It was interesting as people kept talking about, well, if we're doing this right, there should be less of the impurities each time we do it and getting to our refined end product. And they were all pretty serious about their timing and working at it. And is that typical for what you see in all classes, or is the GrowNextGen product availability online and for you as a teacher and the support you get, has it helped you to refine what you could do in the classroom?
Well, it is definitely very helpful, because the GrowNextGen material is a great place to start from so that you can have like a real basis for developing a wide variety of skills and techniques that students can learn and practice. So like in this case, this is a lesson that I was able to work with from GrowNextGen, and then I'm trying to elaborate on it a little bit more to make it a little different.
I caught that in there. It's like, well, this is what I got from GrowNextGen, but I'm modifying a section of it for additional learning. And I think the students picked up like, we're doing things that other people aren't doing in this. We're kind of like advanced and wanted to get some self-credit for it. I'm like, yes, you are.
Yeah, they were excited. They actually enjoy that because they kind of understand that they are something new. We're doing something different. And I like to let them know that they're guinea pigs in this case, and we're going to see how it goes.
They seem to respect you, and you definitely respected them and all their different questions and things in the classroom. So thank you for being a teacher.
I greatly appreciate it, and I love every day of it.
Tom Dyer, my guest, as we visit with him at the Delaware Area Career Center, and he's teaching bioscience to seniors in our day's observation.